In this two-part episode, we're going to travel down to the Caribbean, and I'm going to show you how to make air fryer curry chicken. Stay tuned. Okay, so I have 3.6 pounds of organic chicken, and I'm just going to open these and prepare to marinate them. Wash the chicken, the fish, before you cook it. So you just want to get that to cover the chicken. And then, let me just wash my hands real quick. Just take some white vinegar, regular white vinegar, and you're going to pour about a half cup. 3/4 of a cup of vinegar in there. You're going to cover this with some plastic wrap and just store it in the refrigerator for about 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, we'll take it out and we'll begin seasoning. Okay, so I just removed the chicken from the refrigerator. We're going to pour off the water vinegar mixture. Again, do not rinse it. Okay, because the the white vinegar actually, it doesn't matter what kind of vinegar you use, truth be told, but the white vinegar is cheaper. Okay, so we just poured that off. Now we're going to go back over to the counter and season this chicken. Okay, here we are, chicken and bowl. Let's go. Let's see. We have 2 teaspoons of pink sea salt. I like sea salt because it has some of the nutrients in it. Okay, some of the natural nutrients in it. You can do Celtic sea salt as well. You'll see the gray flecks in that. And that's, again, the little minerals that are in the salt, which are good for you. Okay. So that's 2 teaspoons of pink sea salt. And then, oops daisy, we'll do 1 tablespoon of black pepper. And this happens to be organic black pepper. I tend to get my organic seasonings from Vitacost. They tend to be very reasonably priced. I tend to buy them in 1-pound bags. So if you find it difficult to find economical organic seasonings, check out Vitacost, and they have sales all the time. Now we'll do 1 tablespoon of garlic powder. Oops, sorry about my jewelry. I guess I'll have to take that off in the future. I apologize, I wasn't thinking about that. And then 1 tablespoon of onion powder. Again, organic seasonings, with the exception of the sea salt. I don't know if there's organic sea salt. And then we'll do 1 tablespoon of paprika. And this is, again, organic paprika from Vitacost. And you just want to mix this around and make sure that everything is well covered with all the seasonings. And I'm trying not to let my jewelry hit the sides of the container. I don't want you to hear all the clings and clangs, because that's not fun. Okay. Sorry. Oh, and then we'll do some Jamaican curry powder. And we'll do 2 tablespoons of curry powder. I want 2 proper tablespoons of curry powder. I'm not mincing on the curry powder. Okay. You should be mindful when you pick up curry powder. Some curry powders actually have salt in them. So be mindful. You'll need to adjust the salt that you put in, the pink sea salt that you put in, if your curry powder has salt in it. So just be mindful of that, okay? Let's see here. Mix it in. Make sure everything is well covered. You want everything to be well covered. Don't be afraid to season your food, people. Gotta season it well. Okay. In order to get the flavor you're after. Okay. And then we're going to add in some liquid aminos. Liquid aminos has some salt in it. That's another reason why I only use 2 teaspoons of salt. You know what? I like to use the liquid aminos because it just adds an umami flavor to the it just helps to round out the flavor of the chicken or the fish or whatever meat you're cooking. It just helps to give it a well-rounded, balanced flavor. So I'm going to use 2 tablespoons of liquid aminos. Just like with the curry powder, if you're not going to use liquid aminos in it, you could probably up the salt a little bit on your that you're using in this recipe. But as I'm doing it, the salt content should be well balanced across the whole meal. So let's see. Let's mix this up a little more again. Make sure that everything is covered with all the seasonings. That looks good. I'm going to transfer this to a bowl. We're going to store it in the refrigerator. Okay, now some people might be anxious and they just want to go and start cooking, but I'm going to tell you, you're really not going to get the best flavor from your chicken. I highly recommend you store it in the refrigerator for at least 24 hours, at least. I like to store mine for 2 days because then I get the best flavor and it's just, so delicious. So I encourage you to do 2 days, but if you don't have 2 days to wait for your chicken, then just at least overnight, okay? So we're going to pop a top on this and put it in the refrigerator for 2 days.